What would you say if I told you these little hedgerow berries could create the best gin you've ever tasted? Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to make Sloe gin. I want to say that it is slow season, but slow season normally is October, November, but 2025 is being a very fruitful season and all the fruits are popping out early, from pears to apples to damsons to sloes. So I was out for a walk the other day and I picked some sloes. I got 400 grams. So sloes are going to take about 3 months to get a really good result, minimum. So let's get them in the gin now and get them ready for Christmas, nice and festive. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you a few little tips at the end, a few little flavors you can add in there just to give your gin that next level flavor. Okay, here we go. Let's cook. Let's cook. We're not cooking. Let's get some sloe gin on the go. So off for a family walk on August bank holiday, up St Catherine's Hill over in Winchester, and I stumbled across all these bushes laden with sloes. Like I said, the sloe season should be here yet, so I didn't take my foraging bag, but there were so many I couldn't help myself. So I had no choice but to take the Gary gamble, pop in my pocket. The wife didn't want to put them in her handbag. So if you go out walking, remember, where do you find sloes? On the hedgerows. Here's what we're looking for, is nice tiny little plum-like sloes, smaller than Balouse, smaller than damsons. Now we're going to weigh out the 400 grams just to make sure we've got the right amount. And as I weighed them out, I just picked any little stalks or any little bit of leaves I found on the way. Now, like anything you pick in the wild, from blackberries, let's give them a wash, get rid of any little bits of dust, forest dirt, any taste of nature, and any little insects we might have picked up along the way. There they are, nice and clean. And now we're going to drain that water off and we're going to give them a nice little drying inside a tea towel. Once they're on a nicely ironed, clean tea towel, no wrinkles, just going to tip the berries on there. And now just give it a nice little rub backwards and forwards just to dry off each berry and remove any more little bits of dust. Like a little tiny Thai massage. And there we go, nice clean dry sloes. And you can prick each sloe berry in turn. That's going to take you forever. And now grabbing the corners of the tea towel like a little bulging hammock, just gently tip those sloes into a bowl, get them in the freezer overnight. Okay, now I've got a 2 litre Kilner jar right here, 1 litre bottle of gin, and now I am going to weigh out on these scales 200 grams of caster sugar, and then grab your sloes out of the freezer. So that's basically going to split your skins when they come out of the freezer. Sounds like a handful of marbles. We're going to get the berries straight into the glass jar, nice and frozen. Dropping those 400 grams of sloes in with the sugar in the glass jar. Now it's a brand new glass jar, so I'll wash it out first. And now for the sexy bit, let's glug that gin in. We are going to add 800 millilitres of gin, 80 cl. That's going to leave a little bit of gin in the bottle for a gin and tonic tonight. And this last bit sounds like a late night wee after the gin and tonic. Now, as I said about like zesting up the flavour of the sloe gin, I'm going to add a few vanilla seed pods in here, just to add to that flavour in a few months. Now we're going to close up the lid, give it a nice shake, and we're just going to keep shaking that jar until the sugar dissolves. My jar was getting wet on the outside, but I think it was just a condensation from the frozen sloes. I feel like the ultimate cocktail barman. And then over the next 7 days, we're going to shake it once a day just to help it all mingle around. Then we're going to put it in a nice dark cupboard for the next 2 to 3 months. And it's proper dark in here. 3 to 6 months is best. You can drink it after 2 months, but if you want a better flavour, a nice smoother rounded flavour, 3 months is your minimum. There we have it, nice and simple, 3 simple ingredients. If you want to level the flavour up for Christmas, then get vanilla in there, some orange zest in there, and get some nice festive flavours. Please remember, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And if you love foraging and you like this sloe video, then check out this blackberry video now. There's still a few on the bushes. Blackberry jam.